Welcome to the module number 22 of the digital marketing course. So now we know about the introduction to content marketing and the different types of content that you can create. But which industry are you going to create the content for? Who is your target market, right? So what are you going to promote? What are you going to talk about? Well, these all questions are going to be answered in this video, because if you don't know that what is your target market, you can't define your target audience, and then you can't find your target, you can't find your competitors. And if you don't know about all of them, then how are you going to beat them and make money for yourself by being better than them? So this is the first point actually in content marketing. In fact, in any business online, that you should know that what is your market, like which market are you going to play in, right? So as you can see on the screen, we are going to talk about niche research. So first question that might come into your mind is like, what is a niche? Okay, so you must have heard the word market. Okay, you must have heard the word sub-market as well. But what is a niche? Okay, so let's define that. A niche market is a segment of a larger market that can be defined by its own unique needs, preferences, or identity that makes it different from the market at large. Well, the definition is quite simple to understand, but even if you haven't got it yet, let me just give you two examples for it. So firstly, the world's most famous and the most profitable three niches are health, wealth, and dating. Okay, these markets are huge in terms of profitability, as the amount spent on a daily basis in these industries is huge. Okay, so health is a market, but you can't just start a blog on health, right? You are a single individual trying to build a brand for yourself, and you can't compete with all the big companies out there having big teams and funds with them to create content. Okay, so you can't be broad. You'll have to be very specific. You'll have to be very choosy in terms of what you are going to market actually. Okay, and what kind of a market are you in? And when I say market, I actually mean niche here. Okay, niche is a specific smaller segment of a larger market. Okay, it's a segment of a larger market. Now health is a larger market. Then let's just drill it down further. Under the health comes a nutrition sub-market. Okay, sub-market, mind my words, sub-market. Okay, so nutrition is still very huge. Like nutrition can be for a lot of things. Okay, nutrition can be for children, for women, for for aged people, for elderly people. Okay, nutrition can be for pets as well. So what kind of a market are you going to choose for yourself? What kind of a niche are you going to choose for yourself? So the next step, okay, when we drill it down one step further, is when you get a niche. And sometimes you can drill it even more further. So for example, I might want to start a blog for nutrition for teenagers who are going to schools and colleges. Okay, so that's a niche. Okay, as the definition says that it can be defined by its own unique needs, preferences, or identity. So identity for me is teenagers. Okay, and the preference is nutrition, and the needs is for people who are going for teenagers who are going to schools and colleges. Okay, that's the need for teenagers who are going to schools and colleges. So that's how you define a niche. I hope that you're now clear, but if you're not, then let me just give you one more example. That wealth is also a very big market, and when I drill it down further, business is one sub-market of wealth. Obviously, wealth can be generated from different sources. You can be doing a job, right? But again, that comes under someone's business. But for you, it might not be that way. But there are a lot of other sources of making wealth. Okay, like gambling is done in some countries, and it's legal actually there. So that is also a way of generating wealth. Then investing is also a way of generating wealth. Okay, providing services is a way of generating wealth. But let's talk about business here. So in business there are different kinds of businesses, but I am choosing online business here as an example, because that's what we are trying to do with this course, right? So you can consider the three hierarchies that we have covered. Actually, we have went from a market to a sub-market, and then a sub-market. And after this, I am going to actually define my niche, that I am going to talk about generating wealth, generating money, earning money via digital marketing. So all of this comes under the wealth market. All right, so that's how you define a niche. Now this is my niche, earning via digital marketing. Okay, so that's how deep you'll have to get into to establish yourself as someone different, as someone who is better than others in a specific in a specific skill, in a specific area of the market. All right, because you can't compete with all the big companies out there, with all the funds, with all the resources, marketing resources, teams and everything. So you will have to create, you'll have to carve a separate market for yourself, so that people can actually get your name on their mind. Like, whenever somebody talks about earning via digital marketing, your name should come to the mind. When somebody talks about nutrition for teenagers who are going to schools and colleges, your website's name or your brand's name should come to mind. You have to be that specific. All right. And why I am focusing more on this is because that's what we mean by a niche. A niche is a segment of a larger market. All right. And the most common ways to define a niche, let's talk about them. Let me just close this. The most common ways to define a niche are price. You can choose a niche based on the price. Like, you want to choose a luxury market, you want to choose a moderate market, or you want to choose a market where people are looking for discounts and cheap resources. Okay. So also you can define your niche based on demographics. Like, you can target people based on gender, age, income level, education level. This actually comes into audience research, and we're going to talk about that in a coming video. Then you can choose a market or a niche based on the level of quality. Like, you are going to promote, you are going to sell, you are going to produce premium handmade economical products, or any other quality standards that we can name them inside this. So that's totally on you. Then we have the psychographics. Like, you can market based on the values of people, like the interests, the attitudes of people. Okay. Like, community based niche brand you can become. Okay. Like Harley Davidson, bikers, for bikers, it's for bikers. So you can maybe create a brand for that on that line. Then we have the geographics. Like, you want to just be a brand in your particular city, in your country, in your neighborhood, right? So based on the geographics, you can actually choose a niche, like what is working in your geographics. Okay. And you can just dive into that market, carve a niche for yourself, and then start producing content for that niche. All right. So this is how you can actually define a niche. But now, after all this information, how would you know that the niche that you have found, the niche that you're thinking of in your mind, is actually profitable? Because sometimes, you might want that, you want to write about your passion. Okay. You want to pursue your passion as your career. Okay. But how would you know that your passion is actually profitable or not? Okay. Like, you might have a skill, you might be doing something that you are very interested in doing, but actually, have you ever thought that would people spend money to, use your skill for themselves, or whether your skill is actually helpful for those people? So how would you answer those questions? Well, so next thing is that how to perform a profitable niche research, wherein you will know in advance that if other people are actually getting into a similar kind of a niche, okay, then you can get into that niche as well, and you would know that it is profitable because other companies are also spending money in creating content and actually are making sales. Okay. So just understand this point, that in beginning, your competitors are your biggest friends. Okay. They are your biggest friends because they provide the proof that what you are thinking of doing is actually working for them. So you don't have to, create something from scratch all the time. You can just model what works and, change it with your own unique perspective and experiences and design and everything. You can bring in your own uniqueness into everything that you do. But when it comes to, making money, you need to know if people are actually willing to spend money for what you have to offer or not. And the way to perform a profitable niche research is by going to these websites and checking if the passion that you're trying to follow is actually being taken up by people, is actually being bought by people or not. So let's go to one of these websites, right? So let's go to Amazon.com first, and let me show you how you can actually perform niche research there. You can how you can find out your niche. All right. So when I go to Amazon, you can see here, when I click on this menu, so you can see different kinds of markets, for which Amazon sells the products. Okay. So we have Echo and Alexa, Fire TV Stick, Kindle e-readers and ebooks. These are the categories. But if I go below, we have mobiles and computers. Then we have TV appliances and electronics. Then we have men's fashion, women's fashion, home, kitchen, pets. Okay. All of these are, sub-markets of a bigger market, right? Like fashion is something, a bigger market, right? And then beauty, health and grocery beauty can also come into fashion as well. So, you can then drill it down further. For mobiles and categories, you can choose what to create content for, like power banks, screen protectors, cases and covers. You can actually take a combination of 3 or 4 as well. All right. So that's how you define your niche. You may be talking about printers, okay, and ink. You may be talking about drives and storage. You may be talking about game zone. Okay. So all of these are actually niches which are selling products on Amazon. So if there are these kind of products on Amazon, obviously, the products are being sold. See how different kinds of products are there for the gaming industry. And you already know that gaming is a very huge industry where people are actually spending a lot of money. on mouses, on consoles, right, on keyboards and everything. So this is how you find out that what you are trying to do on your website is actually profitable, because people are already spending money, brands are already spending money to get their products in front of the people. Okay, so this was one example in the gaming industry. Let's choose something from some other industry, like books maybe. Okay, when you talk about books, there are all kinds of books like fiction books, editors corner. Okay, let's move below. We have Audible books, we have Kindle ebooks, we have text books, we have Indian language books. So if you are interested in some kinds of books, right, like let's talk about text books. Then in textbooks, we have medical, engineering, management, art, science and mathematics, humanities. So you can choose any one of these. And then when you go one step further, you can maybe talk about just the books for 10th and 12th standard. Okay, like 10th, 11th, 12th standard. Or you can just talk about books related to physics, related to chemistry, right? You can be an expert in one of those genres. So that's how you define your niche. And Amazon is just one place to do so, but we have some others as well. Like, if I open up ClickBank Marketplace. So I don't know if you know about this place or not, but you can Google search ClickBank Marketplace and you can click on the link that we get here. And in the ClickBank Marketplace, you can see all these actually markets like arts and entertainment, as seen on TV, betting systems, business, investing, computers, internet, cooking, food and wine. Then we have e-business and marketing, education, employment. All these kinds of markets are there. And when I click on any one of these, like let's talk about e-business and e-marketing, you can see all the different types of sub markets that we have, like affiliate marketing, article marketing, auctions, banners, blog marketing, right? So let's see, okay, we have one market called niche marketing itself. So let's talk about blog marketing, for example. If there are some products into blog marketing, see how there are some different kinds of products which we can purchase and which we can promote. ClickBank is actually an affiliate marketing platform, just to tell you. See, we have again gotten the affiliate marketing into picture. ClickBank actually allows you to promote products and you can earn money by promoting them. Right. So this is the amount of money if you promote this product. This is the amount of money that you'll get by promoting this product. So if products are being sold in a particular industry, in a particular niche, then you can be sure that if you invest your time and resources into your blog and market it to market it to some people related to that industry, you can actually make money as well. So this is how you can actually find out your niches using ClickBank as well as Amazon. But that's not all. Let's talk about some other sources of checking whether what you are going to do will work or not. So that one source is Google Trends. Okay, let's go to Google Trends. This is a beautiful tool provided by Google, wherein you can see the trending searches. Like the featured search is coronavirus search trend. So you see all these countries are searching about coronavirus. Okay. And then we have searches based on US elections. Okay. And we are getting the information for US only because we have United States selected here. So if you want to do it for India, let's just, find India and let's see what people are searching here in India. Okay. So in India, yeah. So obviously coronavirus is also being searched in India. Then we have PSG, Ileana de Cruz, SRH versus CSK, right? 5 million searches. You can see Donald Trump, Gandhi Jayanti images, New Zealand. So these are the most trending searches. But I would recommend that for you to actually decide for a niche, you should actually look for data for the previous 12 months at least. So how we are going to do that is, we have this hamburger symbol here. Let's click on it and click on explore. When you click on explore, you can actually see what people are searching for in the past 12 months. Okay. So let me just change this to India. Okay. Yeah, here we have India. And within past 12 months, okay, these are the topics that people are searching for. Okay. So if I just click on one of them, like, we can search for lockdown topic. Let's see what we get here. See, we actually can see the graph, like, lockdown was not there, till March, right? So people were not searching about lockdown. People never thought that a lockdown would happen. But then, the lockdown search actually went ahead and, its graph, you can see that how over a period of time, its graph has increased and then decreased. So since the trend has decreased, there is no point in writing about lockdown. Okay. So let's just remove this point altogether and let's find something else. This was just an example to show you that what Google is providing you is being searched by people. Okay. These are the search queries that people are using. Coronavirus India, coronavirus update. These are actually the keywords that people are typing into Google to search for information. Okay. So now you also have these options like all categories. So see, in the all categories part, you have these markets again: arts and entertainment, autos and vehicles, beauty and fitness, books and literature. See, when I click on books and literature, we have this arrow here. If I click on it, we are again getting into the sub markets, right? Ebooks, fan fiction, literary classics, magazines. So let's let's just talk about literary classics. Okay, let's just click on it and see how the graph has been consistent. See, from 0 to 100 it has been consistent, and people are actually constantly reading books. So this is again a proof that reading has never declined, and it's going to stay. So you can obviously choose the reading topic as well. Okay, so these are this is how you can use the Google Trends platform to search for trends. Or maybe if you have something else in mind, like maybe you want to start a blog on e-business. Let's just see. Okay, we don't have enough data for it, so let's just change it to maybe a skincare. Okay, let's do that. If you are into the fashion industry, so let's just add in skincare on, and I'll have to change the category. Actually, I'll have to choose all categories here. So in the skincare, you can see how the graph has increased over a period of last 1 year. So from 6 October to 6 September, you can see how the graph has been increasing. And if you might be thinking that what is this compare feature for? So if I just write in skin treatment here, you can actually compare the two keywords in Google, like which are the people searching for. So see, skin treatment is not being searched by Google, but skincare is. So maybe they are almost similar in your mind, but people are actually looking for the word skincare. So when you use the skincare word in your blog post, it's going to be found more by the search engines like Google, and people are going to search the word all across the internet as well. So you can compare it as well. Okay, and if you want to go even further for past maybe 2 years, so let's just check that. We have a customized time range option. So let's just choose from we'll have to go back to 2018, I guess. So let's just check it from January 1, 2018. Okay, we have the full year option as well. So let's just check it from 2018. So what was the trend in 2018? This is what we have gotten here. Okay, so this is how you can use the Google Trends platform. And the last platform that you can also use is the Google News platform. Okay, so let me just search for it, Google News. In the Google News, you will get the categories here. See, health, science, sports, entertainment, technology, and you can see what is being published as a news. Okay, like people are talking about Priyanka Chopra, people are talking about Big Boss, and this is how you can decide whether you want to get into that niche or not. All right. So with this, I guess you understand now how to actually go ahead and find your niche, and how you have to be very specific in your niche. All right, with the examples that I've given, and what are the most common ways to define a niche, and what is a niche actually. Okay, so now you have the information to choose well ahead of time if your niche is going to be profitable or not. Because just like I told you, it takes efforts, it takes resources, it takes time, it takes money to actually start digital marketing. Because what is marketing if there is not an audience? What is marketing if there is no particular profitable market? So you need to find a profitable market for yourself. And when you have that decision, when you have made that decision, the next step is going to be discovering who the audience is, discovering who the competition is, and and this is what we are going to actually do in the coming videos, where I'm also going to show you that show you how you can do it just like I showed you in this one. And I'm going to give you the templates as well for recording the data. Okay, so stay tuned for that video. This is Anmol Dugal signing off. Bye bye.